Good morning, Mr. Hadley. I don't mind the ceiling fan if you don't. Maybe not the aesthetic you were going for.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
No, I was.
the shadow is gonna make me go a little bonkers, I think.
I've been down that road before. Attorney Bowers,
Yes, Your Honor.
this is. Oops. This is 220041 OD, Van Buren Township versus Antoine Collins. May I have your appearance, please?
Tanya Bowers, P77416 from the Law Office of Jeffrey Randa and Associates on behalf of Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, please state your first and last name for the record.
Hi, Antoine Collins.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the sentencing in this matter. Ms. Bowers, have you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Collins regarding the PSI and the recommendations?
We went over it Friday. It is factually accurate, complete. There's no additions, deletions, or corrections.
Is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client before sentence is imposed?
This is Mr. Collins' first criminal offense. He has no prior criminal history. He has taken this matter very seriously from the beginning. He understands that he did not have any business driving. He was over the legal limit. He's being proactive and longtime resident of the area, full-time employee at DTE, 3 children, married. We would ask you to adopt the recommendation of fines and costs community service and no probation.
Thank you. Mr. Collins, it is quite evident that he's taking the matter seriously. I noted the information showing that he sought treatment and has successfully completed that. For that reason, this court will adopt a recommendation made by Agent Stephen Hicks. I would note for the record that the date of offense in this matter just is January 14, 2022. He appeared in this court and entered a plea reducing the charge from operating while intoxicated to operating while visibly impaired on June 2nd, 2022. As is the court's policy, he was sent to the probation department for the PSI. And again, this court will adopt the recommendation of Agent Stephen Hicks and will impose costs of $300, fines of $300, or $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee, $125 restitution to Van Buren Township. The PSI indicates 24 hours of community service within 30 days. Before a working person, that might be difficult. So Mr. Collins will say 60 days to complete it. If you can do it in 30, great. Just don't want you to feel rushed. Mr. Collins will not be placed on probation. The report indicates that this is his first drinking and driving offense, and he clearly has taken it seriously. And the probation department did not believe that supervision would be beneficial to him at this time. Mr. Collins, your 24 hours of community service can be done with a nonprofit. If you don't already have a relationship with an agency and you need a list of places, you can contact this court's probation department. They will assist you in getting connected with a nonprofit to complete those hours of community service. Additionally, your payment plan, you can set it up with the court by either going to the court's website. There's a contact us button. You click on that, it drops down to submit a request for a payment plan, or you can call the court's collection department, set a payment plan, or if you're able to pay it in its entirety, which will be $870, you can either go online and pay it. You can bring it to the court or you can mail it to the court, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Bowers?
Nothing else. Thank you, Your Honor.
Any questions, Mr. Collins?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Have a wonderful day. If there's anything we can do to assist you in being successful and getting this matter closed out, don't hesitate to reach out, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, both of you.
You too.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me? The gentleman who's identified as Samsung, can you hear me? Sir, can you hear me?
His audio's not connected.
Yeah, I sent him a chat. I don't know if he's able to see it. Oh, looks like maybe. Look at you. Where did you, that makes sense.
I've had it out here, but I haven't had to use it because you, Michelle, and Heather have been so fast in getting people connected.
Hi, Josh.
Good morning.
Look at his tie rack. I'm all impressed by Mr. Hadley this morning.
Oh, no. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be in the back shot, but I guess there's worse things to have.
Good morning, Ms. Rapp.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You with no glasses, it took me a second. I was like, who is this lady on my screen?
No, I decided to go with the contacts today.
That's something I've never been able to get into. I tried it in college and I just couldn't.
I regret it. I'm like trying to squint at everything.
Oh,
Had him.
he was so close. I wonder, oh, you know what? I saw his shirt. I think I know who that is.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think I have it together
No,
now.
you're fine. Your name, sir?
Michael Laster.
I thought that was you, Mr. Laster. Sir, did you want to speak to the court-appointed attorney regarding your sentencing this morning?
Yes, if that's gonna help me at all.
It's dealer's choice, sir. I'm here and I'm ready.
Okay, well, basically, yes, I'm ready to speak my piece and see where we go from here.
Okay. Well, so yes, you want to speak to Mr. Hadley, or yes, you're ready to proceed on your own? Doesn't matter to the court at all.
I can proceed on my own. I read the
Okay,
recommendations.
thank you. Oh, wonderful, Mr. Laster. This is 220377 OD. This is State of Michigan versus Michael Lynn Laster. Sir, state your name for the record, please.
Michael Lynn Laster.
Mr. Laster, today is the day and time set for your sentencing. The first question I would typically ask is, have you had a chance to review the recommendation? And you've already indicated you've read the report from the probation agent, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you would like to say before the court imposes sentence in this matter?
Yes, ma'am. Basically, I can't say that I've been innocent all my life. I mean, I have done things wrong. 20 years ago doesn't define who I am today. I do realize that it's a factor as far as courts go. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was condoning a family member. I woke up, when she woke me up, I came home, I wanted to get something to eat. It was just a matter of miscommunication. I don't know exactly why things went out like they did, but I am saying that, it was me being in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not something that I practice. I usually get up, I go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's not me at all. If there's any way that leniency could be inflicted in this situation, I mean, I would ask the courts to, give me a little leniency. I'm not the type of person that will cause an issue like that. I wasn't causing any danger. I didn't argue with the guy, anything. I don't know. I'm just asking for a little leniency. I know I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I woke up. I couldn't sit at her house. I should have been in the bed. My bedtime is very early. I work 6 days a week most of the time, 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's, not something that I practice. It was just a
Mr.
bad
Laster,
day.
I'm sorry, what does leniency look like to you?
Excuse me?
You said you're asking for leniency. My question is, what does leniency look like to you?
I mean, it's basically I know that I'm going to be sentenced, and just the fact that it's been 20 years. I mean, it's half my life almost. I'm 52. I was 32 at the time, the last incident, and I noticed it on the preliminary as far as the recommendations that my second offense, and I do believe that might make this account a little bit worse because it being the second one. But I'm just asking, for you to consider that it's been 20 years. I'm a completely different person. I mean, it's a lot that I've changed in my life.
Anything else, Mr. Laster?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. I asked you what leniency looked like to you because I reviewed the recommendations made by probation agent Stephen Hicks, and he wasn't asking that this court sentence you to anything extraordinary. I would note for the record that there was an offense date in this matter of May the 18th, 2022 in Van Buren Township. You were charged with operating while intoxicated. You appeared in front of this court on June 16, 2022, and entered a plea of guilty to the reduced count of operating while visibly impaired. The court sent you to the probation department for an interview and sentence recommendation because it is an alcohol-related offense. I did review the report in its entirety, including the police report in this matter, and I saw that the alcohol offense was from, the previous one was from 2002, where you pled guilty to an impaired driving. So I understand it's 20 years ago and you're a different person. My concern is reading the substance abuse history that Mr. Hicks laid out, and there is some cause for concern. And because of that concern, this court will adopt the recommendation from Mr. Hicks and will place you on 9 months of probation with all the oversight fees associated with that. Will impose a fine of $300, cost of $100. You don't have to memorize this, sir. It'll be written down. The probation department will get it to you in writing so that you know exactly what it is that this court expects from you. There is a $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, $20 fund fee, $125 of restitution due to Van Buren Township, 48 hours of community service that is to be completed with a nonprofit organization, and you will submit documentation to the probation department. The court will allow you the entirety of your probation to complete that community service, because I understand that working 6 days a week is sometimes hard to get time to do some other things. You will attend a level 2 alcohol education program or engage in some other outpatient treatment beginning within 30 days of today's date. Follow all recommendations and provide documentation to the probation department. Sir, you will not purchase, possess, or consume any alcoholic beverages or controlled substances without this court's approval during the pendency of your probation, and you will submit to random testing as directed by the probation department. You will make payments on the fines and costs imposed by this court timely and regularly. Sir, the probation department will assist you in getting into that setting up the alcohol education programming or the other outpatient treatment. They will be in contact with you to set up the payment plan and to make sure that you understand all of the terms and conditions of your probation. If we get to be 4.5 months into the probationary period and you have done everything else that the court has asked you to do, you may ask the court to release you early from probation. Do you have any questions, sir, about anything I've just said?
No. So basically 5 to 3:30 is my work shift. So I'm wondering where I'm going to be able to find community service on a Sunday or even after those hours, after 3:30. I mean, it's just going to be kind of, I'm going to do what I have to. I just think it's going to be hard if I'm not be able to move in the morning. I'll lose money trying to volunteer to work.
Mr. Laster, trust me, there are opportunities for community service. There are even opportunities for online community service. This court will not penalize you for working. If we get to be a month or two in and you've talked to probation and you cannot find a place for community service, I would be shocked and surprised. Our probation agents are very thorough in keeping a list of of opportunities available for people because people do have work schedules. We have people who work 7 days a week who still manage to get some time to complete that community service. We're talking about 48 hours over the next 9 months. Trust me. Probation department, this court wants you to be successful in probation. I don't want to see you again. As nice and pleasant as you've been this morning, I don't want to see you again. If we get to, like I said, a month or two in and you still have not been able to find a place, if you reach out to probation or reach out to the court, we want you to be successful. We will want you to connect to an agency. This is just, it's just part of the probationary period, sir. It's not meant to be unduly harsh on you.
Okay,
Anything else, Mr. Laster?
no.
The probation department will
So
be in touch with
do I
you.
need to, yeah, one more thing. When do I need to talk to probation? They punch me out right now. Do I need to go see them soon?
No,
Now?
you don't. What'll happen is I'll write your sentence in your file. It'll go downstairs and probation will be in touch with you because they want to help you get set up on your alcohol education and they want to get the payment plan set up for you. I would be
Okay.
surprised if you hadn't heard from probation in the next 3 days.
Okay, so as a total, my fines and costs, well, never mind. I'll just wait to see the paperwork and I'll add it up in.
Fines and costs and the probation oversight, if you do the 9 months of probation, will be $1,030.
Okay, fines and costs and probation all total. I mean, the $1,030 is all together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'll pay half of that this week.
Anything else,
Okay.
Mr. Laster?
No, that'll be all.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
I'll try to. Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Oh
I
my
saw that
God.
you're ready with Miss Askew. Give me one moment, please, sir.
Sure.
This is 220380 OD. This is Van Buren Township versus Axu. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, good morning. Dan Guerin, Michigan 61253 on behalf of Ms. Axu. Can you please identify yourself?
Arzu Aksu.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for sentencing in this matter. Are you ready to proceed, sir?
We are, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, we have had a chance to review the pre-sentence report. It is accurate. We are ready for sentencing. May I address allocution, please?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, just to point out some of the most important facts, Ms. Axu is 50 years young, never been in trouble in her life. She works at the University of Michigan in childcare, really sort of beating herself up about this. She walked in, the first thing she said to me today is she's not had a drink in almost 2 months since the date of this offense. And that's reflected also in the pre-sentence report. Your Honor, she can pay fines and costs up front. This recommendation appears appropriate. I would ask Your Honor to follow it.
Thank you, sir. There is an offense date in this matter of May 21st, 2022. Your client appeared here on this, before this court on June 16th, 2022, and pled to the reduced count of operating while visibly impaired. As is this court's policy with alcohol-related offenses, she was referred to the probation department for interview and a sentence recommendation. The court has had the opportunity to review that recommendation along with the police report in this matter. There is some concern based on your client speeding while under the influence of intoxicants, but I'm sure, as you've indicated, she's already beat herself up about it, and she's maintained abstinence from alcohol over the last 2 months. This court will adopt the recommendation of probation agent Stephen Hicks, indicating that this is your client's first alcohol-related offense, and although she had a breathalyzer result of 0.14, based on her age and her complete lack of any criminal history, I would take it as honest and true that this is in fact her first alcohol-related offense, that this is a one-off, that this is not something that your client will be repeating. This court will impose fines of $300, costs of $300, there's $75 prime victim fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee, $125 in restitution to Van Buren Township, that is $870. This court will also impose the 24 hours of community service over the next 30 days as recommended by the probation department. She will not be placed on probation at this time. Any questions or anything else, Mr. Garin?
No, Your Honor, does she submit the community service work directly to probation or to our office and I submit them? Is there a preference?
I don't have a preference, Ms. Rapp. Does your department have a preference?
No, Your Honor.
Whichever is easier for you, sir. If you want to monitor and make sure your client's been compliant, that's fine. Otherwise, she can submit it directly to this court's probation department.
That's great, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful day and good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We have a live bench trial at 9 o'clock. Mary Ann, do you know if they've seen?
I'm sorry, it's a live, what did you say? What was the last part?
We have a live bench trial at 9 o'clock. Have you heard from Officer Brooks that they were ready?
I have not.
Okay,
I'll give him a call.
thank you. And then Ms. Rapp from Friday. Thank you for taking care of that week.
No
Friday
problem.
just got to be quite interesting. Mr. Maddox and Mr. Neal,
Mr. Neal never appeared on Friday. Mr. Maddox did appear and we rescheduled him today, so he should show up. And he requested to speak with Josh.
Okay. Well, they just said we have a 9 o'clock live exam, but not exam, I'm sorry, live bench trial. But if he, Mr. Maddox or Mr. Neal appear, I'll take a break in that trial so we
Yeah,
can get them seen.
I actually accidentally scheduled him at 9:30.
Accidentally schedule Mr. Maddox at 9:30?
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
Whenever I see you come on, I'll leave my Zoom up. Whenever I see you come on, or if he comes on, we'll get him called, get him seen, and get him on his way.
Good morning, Miss Rapp. I just got your email. Thank you kindly.
No problem.
Did I read the Register of Actions correctly?
The last part.
Yeah. Did he leave a voicemail with you or with the court?
With me.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you for clarification.
Yep, no problem.
Oh, defense attorney is here. Okay.
Oh, hit the wrong button. Hang on. There we go. So it looks like we could probably hang tight for a minute. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee, I think.
Yeah, he's scheduled that at 9:30, so you're good.
Perfect. If you need anything before when I step away, please just give me a call, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank
All right. 34th District Court is now in session and Elisa Mark present.
You may be seated. Are you laughing at me? So disrespectful, you people. This is 220160 SM, State of Michigan versus Robert Matthews. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sonia Hopsisson on behalf of the people, T83923.
Good morning. Let's take the Your Honor, I am standing in for the attorney factor in this case, which is Mr. Maurice Davis, we are in the same office. Mr. Matthews, is that what the commission has stated? Mr. Davis? State your name for the record, please. Robert Matthews.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Today is the day and time scheduled for the bench trial in this matter. Are the people ready to proceed?
We are, Judge.
Defense ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any preliminary matters, ma'am?
No.
Any preliminary matters, Mr. Clayton? Thank you. Before you call your first witness, just so you're aware, this court is scheduled to do arraignments today. I know that there is one coming. This court also has a probation docket, so we may be interrupted to tend to some of those other matters, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Your first witness, ma'am.
Judge, the people called the complainant Amber Long.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you? I'm wonderful. You're gonna stop right there, state your first and last name, and then spell it for me, please.
Amber Long, AMBERLONG.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you much. Come up here, please. Have a seat in this black chair closest to me. My secretary will be taking down your testimony. If she can't hear you, I'll ask you to either raise your voice or pull that microphone closer, okay? Thank you. Your witness, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning. Can you state your name again for the record, please? Amber Long. Ms. Long, do you know an individual named Robert Matthews? Yes. I'm just gonna have you speak up a little louder. Yes, I do. Thank you.
Before you ask your next question, this court has been streaming on YouTube because our other cases were just arraignments and show causes. Do you wish us to continue to remain streaming, or would you prefer we take the streaming down? Do you have a preference? I'm sorry? What did you
Judge,
say, ma'am?
I would prefer you to take the stream. Yeah.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you next, so we will do that now. Give me one moment.
Thank you.